I started a Patreon and I want to tell you about it. I'm so excited about this. But I also want to tell you about the struggles of trying to succeed at something. I want to tell you about if you ever thought about doing a Patreon, what the things that I did to prepare for a Patreon, how I'm still don't understand Patreon and I'm still trying to learn it. And anyway, I have a lot of things to talk about today. So hi, how are you? Thank you so much for watching. So I have been wanting to do a Patreon for almost 2 years. And because I have all this extra footage that, I film the videos for Instagram and YouTube, and I have these bloopers that I can't put on Instagram because they take too long and they're better in widescreen. And I could show some of them. I should post some of them on YouTube. But I have all these bloopers, and then I have all these other ideas, and I have these R-rated silly thoughts where I use swear words that I cannot post on Instagram, and I don't really want to post them on YouTube. So, but you can find them on my Patreon, and I have I have other kinds of humor that I want to share with you, and I have a place to put it now on Patreon, and I am so darn excited about this. So I've been wanting to do this for 2 years, and so for 2 years, I've been writing other silly thoughts just to put on Patreon, such as, R-rated silly thoughts where I swear and talk about, adult stuff. And so I've been recording those during my recording sessions along when I record a YouTube or an Instagram video. I do some of those. So I have about a year's worth of material already set to post on Patreon, plus behind the scenes stuff and takes that if I do an Instagram video, I flub up. Sometimes it takes one take and sometimes it takes 20 takes because I just can't. My brain isn't working and I make mistakes and it doesn't always go as planned. And so I have all those videos that I want to share you and post them throughout the week, every week, and hopefully you'll enjoy seeing all that stuff. Plus, I have new ideas. I would like to do some videos on location once I finally get a car, and then I have all these ideas, and so being here on YouTube has been fun because it's a different outlet and it's widescreen, so it's different, and it's different to talk in long format rather than a quick video that's only a minute or a minute and a half on Instagram, which is great because it's a different medium because you got to get to the humor right away. Whereas here, I never want to bore you, and so I want to keep you interested, but also there's a little bit more leeway where I can just ramble about stuff. So, sorry, it's July and it's hot and I'm sweating. So I've been preparing for Patreon. So I wanted to have a cushion of about 3 months worth of material already edited, filmed, edited, and ready to go when I started my Patreon. So I wasn't scrambling at the last minute every week to try to put something together. I have a whole bunch of stuff set and ready to go. And so it took me a year and a half to finally get to a place where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do this now. Plus I had to finish my second book that I posted, The Cuddle Plan, which I hope you enjoy. So I had to get that done. And now I had to prepare for my Patreon, where you have to, okay, the best thing to do is have a cushion of a whole bunch of material and know what you're going to do. So I'm going to do comedy and humor and show all the behind the scenes stuff that I can't show on other platforms. I want to do R-rated silly thoughts, so I got all those. So you got to write this stuff, then you got to film it, then you got to edit it, then you got to create a thumbnail for it, and then you have to write a caption for it and have a headline. Just that alone for, geez, how many videos am I posting a week? Probably at least 10 videos, anywhere from 5 to 10 videos a week. Add that up every month for a full year. That's a lot of videos. That's a lot of pictures. That's a lot of content that you have to prepare for. Plus you got to create the artwork and the banner like you do for a YouTube channel, banner of what the page is going to look like. And then in the Patreon, they have the about section that tells, who the creator is. So I had to create a video telling me about myself. And then I found out you can't just upload a video telling about yourself. You have to link it to another website, and that's why I posted on YouTube on this channel. my video of what ChatGPT says who Nathan Baylet is. So I did that video telling about myself. That's why I posted that on YouTube, so I could link to it on my Patreon. And so I've been watching all these YouTube videos about how to create a Patreon, taking notes, typing notes, so I'm ready to go. So when it finally came the day to create my Patreon page, I knew exactly how I was going to do it. I knew how I was going to fill out the tax information. I knew every step of the way, so I'm not bumbling through it, because that's one of my greatest fears, is that, especially when I'm self-publishing a book, writing the book is not stressful. It's, it's ups and downs, right? But the thing that really stresses me out is the actual publishing, of going to Amazon and filling out the thing, which is actually really easy to fill out when you self-publish a book on Amazon. And it was pretty much easy to fill out and create a Patreon page on Patreon. What's really helpful is they have, you can email Patreon. They have a help desk, and which they give you all their they add lots of answers to your questions. And if you still have more questions, you can email them, and usually within about 24 hours someone gets back to you and they answer your question, which is extremely helpful. And also you can go to Google, because Google's now, it's not just a search engine, it's an AI answer any question you have thing, where I can just type in how come on Patreon, if I need to do this, how do I do that? And Google will give you the answer. So it's almost like you have no excuse not to create a Patreon page and get your content out there if you have something to share. And because, again, I wish I'd been doing this 10 years ago. But I didn't know what I wanted to do, and that's half the struggle, is knowing what you want to do, creating the content for it, and then the courage to put yourself out there. And it's not really courage to put yourself out there on social media. It's almost like not caring. It's a different thing to be scared and then do it anyway, and another thing where you get to a place where you're just like, whatever. I've always think that apathy is stronger than anything. Not caring is like the greatest tool in your toolkit. Yeah, what people think of the video is great. I mean, I hope people like my content, but I know that it's not for everyone, so not caring whether everyone likes it is a great tool to have. It's really vital. The other thing I wanted to talk about, anyway, so I hope you see my Patreon, because I'm trying to start a party over there. I think it's got a, I'm trying to start a party here on YouTube, but it's mostly about me talking about other stuff in long form, just things that interest me, and hopefully they interest you too. Patreon is going to be a little bit more edgy. It's more of a party, and I don't know how to do live YouTube. I suppose you can, and I want to start doing live Instagrams, and I want to start doing live Patreons, because I think you can do that. So I want to start connecting with people more, because I live my life like this, trying to write and create my content, and I'm naturally an introvert, and it's difficult. I'm shy to share myself with the world and actually be communicated with people in real time. This is why I can't be a comedian. There's no way I could do crowd work. It's just, you got to be on and deal with people. I can't do that. But I'm going to try to do live stuff on social media more. The other thing I want to talk about, I know I talk about this movie a lot. I know I do. But I watched it again today, or parts of it, and this is the movie with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon about Michael Jordan, and how Nike created the shoe for Michael Jordan. I relate to it so much, because it's the struggle to create something great and to have success and achieve something. And the moment in the movie where Matt Damon is sitting at home, it's just a normal night. He's got two TVs on. He's got one where he's watching Michael Jordan play the basketball game, and the other TV he's watching a commercial for an athlete talk about the tennis racket that not only he uses, but you can use as well. And he puts those two ideas together, and he gets an idea. And then he goes in and he tells people about it, and he wants the company to start doing it, and they resist him. But I relate to that so much, of getting an idea, because my idea was to write a series of rom-com novels set in San Francisco. And, that was back in December of 2012, I had that idea. And I've written 2 novels, and I'm writing the 3rd now. And so I'm struggling to achieve that goal. But I relate to this so much, because there's so much resistance, and I don't have resistance. It's what I struggle with is I don't know how to do marketing. I don't know how to get myself out there. It was a fantastic experience to have Drew Gooden post the video about me on YouTube, talking about me. I mean, that was just, what? Are you serious? That was, like I texted him back then. This is the greatest moment of my life, and it was, because to be recognized for your work, even if it's to poke fun at it a little, which is great, because I'm totally on board with that. But recognition, to acknowledge the work that you did, it means so much. And my big goal is to make a living at what I love to do, which is to write humor and dialogue and stories. And it's fucking hard, man. It's hard, because no one really knows what you're going through, and that's okay. But you're in it, and you're struggling, and I'm on my way. Late in life, it would be easier if I was 28. I'm over 40, so this is harder. But I'm on my way. I'm going through these steps. People enjoy what I'm seeing, enjoy my work, and I really appreciate that. And so that tells me I'm on the right path. And so now I'm creating a Patreon, and I hopefully Patreon will help me make a living at writing. Make a living at writing is my dream. I didn't realize that was my dream a long time ago, but now it is. And I'm trying, and Patreon is the next step in that, and the next thing is to really try to figure out how to market my books, not just because I want to be rich and I think my books are awesome. It's because I want to share what I wrote with people, and I know there's a demographic, or there's a bunch of people out there who would really enjoy reading what I wrote, and enjoy my characters, and enjoy my humor, and we could relate to each other and find a community, find a vibe, and enjoy that. So, and just make a decent living at that would be so fantastic. Anyway, that's my goal. That's what I wanted to share with you, is that this is a journey that started with acting, and then photography, and then songwriting, and then ended up novel writing, and now into social media humor. And now the next thing is Patreon, and continuing to write my book series. And I really appreciate you being with me on this journey. If you're watching this video, if you watched any of my videos, I really appreciate it so much. I haven't been able to respond to the YouTube comments as much as I've wanted to, and I'll try to do that better. I've just been so busy with Patreon and everything that it's not just the time, it's the energy, and as you know, in your daily life, trying to get things done. But I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm continuing this journey. And there was something Seth Rogen said, where he said that if people he's known who have stopped acting could have continued, and if you continue on your journey, you might fail, but if you quit, you definitely will fail. And so I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep posting videos, sharing my humor, creating posting on new platforms, and continuing to do this work, because it just feels like I'm on the right path. And I'm sure you can relate to that in some way, because we all got to find our path and figure out how to navigate it, and what to do next, and struggle against resistance. And it's not always resistant. It's just hard to create something, and it's the ambiguity of not knowing how to do it. But in this modern world, we have no excuse, really. because you can type into Google, how do you do something, and it will tell you. But you have to find your own voice and your own talent, and that's the real struggle. So anyway, if you got anything out of this, I really am happy about that. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you will check out my Patreon. I'm very excited about it, and I'm going to be posting all kinds of fun stuff there. And it's 3 tiers. I should have mentioned that. It's first tier is just $1. It's just clean content, humor, stuff I didn't feel right about posting on Instagram, but I can show it on Patreon, and it's widescreen and it's fun. The second tier is $3. It's my R-rated content. It's where I can swear and talk about all kinds of stuff. And the third tier is $8 a month. It's more personal stories, more long videos where I tell you more personal stuff, and you get to hang out with me a bit more. And so if any of that interests you, I hope you'll take a look over at Patreon. And I really, under Nathan Baylet, and I really appreciate everything your kind comments, and your hanging out with me, and your support and your encouragement on this weird creative journey I'm on. So thank you so much, and I wish you great success in whatever journey you're on. I'm rooting for you. I truly am, because we all got to figure out our way, and I hope you feel you're on the right path, and I hope your success is fantastic. Whatever you want to do, fulfilling your dream. Anyway, I'm rambling again. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next week. We'll talk about something. All right, bye.